Golden Coin 100, Golden Coin 100, Golden Coin 100. You were live before I was. I was doing the preliminary check of my environment in my webcam, and I'm like, "Yo, Golden Coin 100 is here, man." Yo, so you're here before I'm even going onto YouTube to tweet out the link. Hey, official new house. We are doing the wacky activities here. The CW Chanter channel was where the party got started in 2015. We'll always remember the CW Chanter channel. I'm not saying that the channel is dead. I mean, it's an archive. It's where it started. Well, the town doors aren't closed, but I'm telling people, I mean, I'm not going to feel guilty about it. How many times have I gone over there and told people, subscribe to the new channels, the new channels? There'll be another video over there. There'll be like one probably more upload, which will say, hey, February 2nd is going to be the next episode of The Simpsons. We had a break because there were, if you didn't see us, don't worry, it wasn't us, it was the Simpsons. Freebird, yo, what's up? Yo, Freebird's over here, man. Freebird's over here. Fuck that shit. Fuck that noise. Within the first week of starting the Blueberry Wolf Bridge channel, we had 90 subscribers. What does that mean? 90 hardcore members said on day one, when I said, yo, guys, could you do me a favor? Could you go ahead and subscribe to the new channel? Like almost 100 people said, yeah, no problem. We're here. And it's been like months, and a whole bunch of people. When I go over live on the other channel, there's like more than 100 people that we could tell in the first, you know, it's funny, and it's funny if you look at the views on this channel. It's like you could tell. I know that there are people like that from the old channel, like that are just like haven't gone out there and subscribed, whatever. But like, hey, listen, glorious to them. They probably didn't even need to subscribe because they're just already here drinking the Kool-Aid and just watch it. And they're like, we don't need to subscribe, bitch. You just show up in our notifications. How? Anyway, probably some of you are not even subscribed. Anyway, I love y'all. You're true gold, and the people that have been over there that are just, we know what the deal is, man. And I'll tell you, I'm not angry at anybody. I'm not angry at anybody, but you know what it is? You know, the spoiled kid is not going to change their behavior until you take steps to change their behavior, right? So I keep on going over there and saying, yo, you're not going to get updates. You're not going to see me no more unless you subscribe to the new channels. And they go, yeah, whatever you say, Isaac Hayes. Oh, yeah, Isaac Hayes says he's sick and tired of me cheating. Yeah, well, whatever. It's that old Isaac Hayes song. By the time I get to Phoenix, by the time I get to the, the outside of town, she'll be waking up. By the time I get to the outskirts, she'll be saying, "Where's he at?" You know what I mean? The whole point of the song is she'll be saying, "He's coming back. He ain't gone." And it's by the time I get to Phoenix, she'll be realizing he's gone. Today was the day I done gone too far. He out. So you go over there, I'll go over there, I'll say, "Yo, you are not gonna get the next updates if you are not over on the new channel. We have the party is done, moved on. We're not going to keep on coming back because what's going to happen? Well, everyone says the same thing. People go where the live chat is, right? So if I keep on going over to the old channel, what's going to happen is that the people keep on saying they're just going to keep on waiting for me to go live on CW Chanter. So they're going to say, we're just going to wait for them to go live on CW Chanter. Then they're going to pop up when I'm live on CW Chanter on Friday night. What's, oh shit, it's 30 people here. Yeah. So we're just going to say, no, either you're going to get sick and tired of waiting and actually get off your ass and come to the new channels, or you're going to say, you don't are not that interested, you forget about me and you just move on. And if you've just moved on, you just moved on, and then we can move on. And then I'll not get lazy, right? Because when ends up happening, it's like it takes two to tango, right? I've been couching and saying, oh, they get lazy, they won't come over to the new channel, so they wait for me to go over there. What happens? I get lazy, right? I get sick and tired of waiting for this channel to grow. So I go over to CW Champion where I'll get the dopamine fix of seeing seeing the usual suspects and seeing all the views. So I go over there. Nah, come on. It's not good for nobody, right? Things don't change unless things change. You keep on going back to the same old gal and the same old guy where you keep on cheating on each other and doing the same old right, and I keep on going back to I'm done with this scene of people talking crazy and people getting nuts about this, and I just want it to be art, and I just want it to be, like, creative endeavors, and then I keep on going back to where it's craziness. By the way, a week from today, I'm supposed to be on Rob Gauthier's channel. Hey, ironically, um, he wants me to provide him with 100 to 200 word bio. I don't have a 100 to 200 word bio, so if there's anybody who's a writer who needs, like, maybe, like, some extra scratch or who knows anything also, if there's anybody who can remember I've been on anybody else's channel and they know that they know somebody who's written a 100 or 200 word bio, who's got one liner around on me, let me know, 'cause I need a bio, like, apparently real quick. Anyway, there you go. Beyond that, so then that's just me, BSing about back in the day, and I say hello to everyone. We say hello to everyone. Again, it's not me being, like, angry, like, if you liked the old channel and you didn't come over to the new channel, you're a son of a you've abandoned me and, you may 1,000 knives darken your back, you know what I mean? No, no, no. It's like, you know what I mean? Like, we don't see you at these shows no more. It's like, "Yo, yeah, I'm listening to different shit." It's like, "Cool," you know what I mean? What do you do now, listening to a lot of apocalyptic folk. "Oh, well, we're not gonna see you at the noise shows no more." You know what I mean? It's like, "Damn, Rudy, like, that's, cool, like, that's what you're doing now? Cool. Oh, there you go. If that's what you're doing now, that's what you're doing now." You know what I mean? You're into that, all steampunk now, that's like, that's what's up, you know what I mean? Like, people do go in different directions. And that's fine, like, we've been doing the CW Chanter thing since 2015, right? Clocking up on a decade, yo. You know what I mean? Moods and attitudes will diversify and change, you know what I mean? Permission is granted to move on with your lives, you know what I mean? But it is what it is when we say, I'm gonna go probably go over that one last time to be like, "Yo, it is what it is," but just like, like the analog signal going to digital, being over there, be like, I'll be your archives, stay subscribed because videos may go to private or back to public. I might do clips with these things. We might do something with the channel. There might be things happening. If I do a new channel, I'll announce the new channel over here. You know what I mean? But as far as, like, contemporary updates and live streams and stuff, do not look to it happening on the CW Chanter channel, and if you're wondering if months go by and you're saying, "CW Chanter must be dead." No, I'm on these other channels, and if you subscribe to these other channels, but you don't watch these videos, you know what? Your YouTube is not gonna send you the notifications. You have to work to train the algorithm. Folks, it's not like when you were just doing the internet back in 1997. If you don't mind the the YouTube algorithm, the Facebook algorithm, the Twitter algorithm, if you just are passive with your internet will mind you. Let me repeat myself. If you do not mind your internet will mind you. You cannot take for granted that if you're not being told that I'm going live, that I'm not going live. Because YouTube will say, if you are presented with CW Chanter videos or Blueberry Wolf Bridge videos 3 times in a row and you don't select the video, it's not gonna offer to you a 4th time. It's gonna offer you've subscribed to 18 bajillion channels over the 17 years or whatever years you've had YouTube. You don't even remember how many channel subscriptions or how many videos you've clicked on over the years. So the algorithm is taking you in all sorts of different directions, and you're watching happily. You're not even aware of what videos, what channels you really, really like that you can't even remember that you haven't even thought to look at one of their videos. and you're watching stuff that you give C plus attention to. You don't even like it that much. There's stuff out there that you like even better, but you're not even thinking to look for that stuff because you turn on YouTube in the morning, you turn on Facebook or whatever videos in the afternoon or whatever, and it is giving you C plus content on automatic pilot. And if you're not saying to yourself, man, I want to get out of this C plus range, C plus is okay. It's C plus, right? And if you're not having to produce it's not math homework if you're not doing it, right? If it's just C plus, if it's C plus, if it's, like a dancing gal, if you're a heterosexual guy, a C plus dancing gal in a bikini, if you're a guy, is a C plus dancing gal in a bikini. You're not gonna turn it off, right, automatically and say to yourself, "I gotta get out there and hunt for B minus. I gotta get out there and find A," you know? You'll just stay there locked in on C plus. You know what I mean? All that C plus, you know what I mean? Shake that C, up that plus in my face, so shake that C. Up that plus in my face. You'll just stay locked on C plus, and you will give C plus all of your money, and it will never even occur to you to get off onto A minus, or even B minus. You'll just stay up there. And ladies, if you don't like, you know what I mean, I'm not trying to be sexist. You'll stay up on C plus, giving you C plus income, taking care of you, giving you C plus sperm. You know what I mean? Giving you like, race of, new generations of C plus. How do you think we got here? This like, if only people would get off C plus and go for A, who knows how fast we would have gotten to the moon. You know what I mean? We could have been there like in 500 BC. You know what I mean? You know, get out of here, Unk. No way. That's C plus crap. This may be year 25 BC. But I'm on that David Goggins tip. Don't even ask me who he is. I got a feeling. Not even like he's that Drake shit. I like named him 3 times. I don't know why I'm on this David Goggins. I don't know, it's 2013 I'm traveled to. Listen, folks, we're focusing now. What time is it? Anyway, let me get off this. Have I even tweeted out the link? Not even. I've been BSing with you jerks. Let me share this link. Hold on. What am I trying to do here? I wanna do this. Gotta get my cool the hashtags that nobody uses. I love this. I love my concept that using the hashtag nostalgia loops is gonna do anything for anybody. Brilliant. Copy, there you go. Share. Twitter. Here we go. Yep. Take care, my friend. Do that. Okay. Okay. Did that. Golden coin 100. First in the live chat, gold coin onto thee. No irony. 11 people live. Love that number. Spooky with the silver. Tim Frey. Bronze onto you. Jonacide, no medal, but an honorable mention. We also have Juicy J with us. We also have Freebird. Spooky reminding us that the CW Chanter channel is a repository of how we got to this point. Folks who come to the Blueberry Wolf Bridge channel, in the description box below, you will see a link to all relevant other YouTube channels except the main one, c.w.chanter. Oh, what a world, what a world. I can't recommend any couscous place in Midtown, but we'll have fun trying. There you go. We can say hello to Mark Tarana of the Secret Space Program Whistleblower School. Golden Coin 100. I got the notification 90 seconds before the stream started. How's that for training the algorithm? Genocide, I'll take a C plus all day. There you go. Well, it keeps the scurvy away. Spooky. I'll trade some C plus for a Midtown couscous restaurant recommendation. Speaking of C plus titties in your face all day and all night, the elephant in the room. Baby, listen, don't get angry. Don't get mad. Have some class. Just put them on the glass. Listen, hold on. I can explain. Have I told you lately to shake that ass and let me see what you got? Shake that ass and let me see what you got. The saga continues. Intro subject vid made. Under the gun. Highly disorganized. Shotgun approach, but the die was cast, as it were. Rule to be recorded. Die energy generation. Oh, so easy. Just roll dice. Die energy as universal, fungible, and transferable good. And retransferable without loss. And retranslatable without loss. A data set, a universal data set that can go back and forth between worlds and time zones liberally. Use it for anything and anywhere. Read as in a voice like a Philip K. Dick 1950s advert. Use it for anything, anywhere. Cleans anything, stains, removes stains, roll the dice, removes demons, cleans no streaks, shakes that ass, lets you see what it's got. Earn it by doing time work. Apply that specific time work experience to specific time warriors for specific results. Who knows what these might be? This is, if you guys and gals have been following along, we're talking about the meta RPG. I'm obviously non sequitur, just diving right into the subject of the meta RPG. The last iteration of this game took place in a different context. It was the Secret Space Program Whistleblower School, and it was the applied time travel technology. We're doing it again. This time we are in the role-playing game mode, and it's not a LARP. A LARP is a live-action role-playing game where we stop reality and we're playing the role-playing game where we've recontextualized reality to be the play space. It's the land of Narn. It's the mysterious land of What's-It, and we are this new character. But in the meta RPG, we are playing the game in the space of reality. We don't go to a different place. We are playing the game in the metaverse, in the world as it is. Though we're traveling in time, we are going throughout the multiverse, we are playing the game, and we are engaging in occult practices in an occult practice that's a game, but occult practices are a game. Oh, it's oh so meta. Life is oh so meta. Be careful. There are no maps for these territories. We are taking the inherently confusing check your math, bitch. He got there last. And you don't get there unless you get there. Reread the book twice. He never got there. You can't get there if you don't get out. And you especially can't get out if you never find your way in. And it's not a game if you're not having a good time. The man was upset, confused, disorganized, and miserable. He was not having a good time. Poor Philip K. Dick. Can we redeem him? Metaplot? Game? Spooky. I have asked this question before. Well, actually, I have presented this issue. Spooky, are you a rebel? We are the music makers, and we are the dreamers of dreams. But I am the Time Lord. The lunatics have not taken over the asylum, and I am in control of this table. Players, it's perfectly acceptable to be against me. It's perfectly acceptable to be a rebel. In fact, the game would be quite boring if we didn't have any rebels. Spooky goes on to say, has been read Alien Information Theory by Andrew Gallimore. I cannot confirm or deny whether I have. I'm alive and you are dead. Well, looks like someone has declared their intent regarding rebelliousness. But then again, remember, folks, you can go back and forth. That's half the fun. Is this person a rebel? Are they a loyalist? Who can tell? Who could ask for anything more? And remember, when it comes to multi-classing, either you as a central playing character, you're not a character, but as a player, and or your time warriors that we've discussed, because when you are playing the metagame that we're currently calling, I'm currently calling, for lack of a better term, CW's time ship, to avoid any sort of copyright problems with time ship as this time ship. So it's like kind of like Barry Krauser's Steppenwolf, or Christian Death featuring Ross Williams. I even put a space between time and ship. I'm also experimenting with the term CW's time nautical based time travel themed RPG, or something along this line. You're my Huckleberry Rebel, right? It all gets very confusing, and we're learning by doing, and the rules are being written and rewritten as we play. So, listen. It's only theater of pain, mind pain. Do. That's the only woman in the world to me. I was trying to do, I don't want to get sued. I'm trying to do Home Sweet Home, but now all I can do is You're the Only Woman in the World for Me by Air Supply. Do. And I keep on, now I'm going to get to Castlevania. What the fuck? Oh my God. Okay. Holy crap. Let it wash over. Let the information wash over you. It will all sluice and sort out. It's not that complex, especially if you've been listening to me for a long time. And if you've been listening to me for a short time, give it time. The pieces will come together. But here's the fun part. well, depending on your point of view. Remember, we mentioned last time that my current position in 2013, because this is based on voluntarily retransitioning your brain to other points in space time and other years, that going to 2013, I came upon this book, Mind War, by Colonel Michael Aquino, the one time second in command and possible true author of the Satanic Bible and second in command of the Church of Satan, and then later founder of the Temple of Set. This is his book, Mind War, from 2013. It was his belief that mankind had evolved to the point where it was natural for us to be able to get away from physical war, people blowing each other up, and should instead wage a war of the mind. Not, just with psychic phenomena, but with well, we'll discover, we'll go on, but we use cut up techniques to incorporate this. But when we incorporate this, we are incorporating the works of the mind of the works of a mind that is regarded by some, the some that a lot of us would consider, boobs, to be an evil man. Simple evil because of who he associates with it, the fact that he associates with, the devil or whatever. But we're doing this to be provocative, because of the satanic panic and all that stuff. But also don't understand this is that we're also being provocative because we are, pointing out the fact that, this is, cult practices. And if the words of the Bible be true, that if you do engage in this process, technically, if, it's like the Illuminati, when I traveled around in the world of the Illuminati conspiracy theorists and those who believed in secret space program, whistleblowers, and, the blue avians are coming to save us. No, they're not. Yes, they are. That's not what I said. Yeah, it is. No, it's not. And, God is a man who, destroyed Atlantis, but he currently lives in, Sheboygan, and he can tell your future, by looking into a bowl of water. And if you piss him off, he'll destroy you in your dreams. Give him $5 on PayPal, all this craziness. I got so lost in my flowery language that I lost my train of thought completely. Where was I going with that? I completely lost myself. I just got lost in the daydream of describing the people I used to interact with. Was it that they believed this stuff, or that was good enough for them? Oh no, okay. That many of those people were like diehard, believed that um, like kind of a religious literalism, some of them were like evangelical, in their beliefs about certain things, and so for them, you know, oh, they believed in this thing called the Illuminati were required, by there was a deal between source creator and like evil, that the Illuminati were required to tell you what they were going to do. Like, so there would be all these like conspiracies that would like in 9/11, there'd be these things like it happened on 9/11, the Twin Towers looked like an 11. It would be like, so like, that's like, there was some symbolic meaning. It'd be like, well, why would they do that? Like, why would they give these symbolic clues? Like, that would give things away. And they'd be like, oh, no, because the Illuminati have to tell you in their symbolic language. There's a deal like where God requires the devil to give clues about what he's going to do, so that like good people will like either know to avoid it, or that there'll be signs so that good people will be able to see the signs to know to accept Jesus. And I'm like, well, why would they, like, that's like crazy. Like, why would they do that? Like, well, that's why there's these signs. Like, so that explains why there are these signs that they say. And I go, okay, well, then there you go. Like, so I'm telling you that I'm the devil, right? Okay, you're not going to believe that. Okay, so I'm just a demon, and these are the end times. And so, because it's the end times, and we're getting ready for the end of the world, I'm here to collect souls for, the devil. And because it's the Illuminati rules, I can't like trick you into giving me your soul. I have to get you to do it willingly. So we always have to think of these creative new ways to get you to do it willingly. So that's why we have to get like sophisticated, like show up at parties and like write these like great like philosophical texts like existentialism and atheism. Like, why? Come on, think about it. God, it makes no sense. Think about it. And show up to you at office parties like, come on, use your brain. Don't you want to be decadent and smoke marijuana and open your mind and think? Why don't they want you to think? Huh? Right? Meanwhile, like your cousin is like, come on, man. I don't get a good vibe off that guy. Don't you want to come with me to church? And ever since you've been hanging out with that guy, like, and these thoughts you're thinking, but you're not thinking right, man. Oh man, I'm praying for you, but lately I'm worried. And these games you're playing, man, it's like you're playing some kind of mind war. And meanwhile, I'm like, I don't want to hurt you. I want to help you. I want to help you use your brain. Your cousin, man. I don't know. It's like, I don't know. It's like he wants to hold you back. Not like he wants to hurt you, but like he wants to keep you here. And I just want you to be free. Let me show you something. Man, have you ever seen B minus titties? Holy shit. Oh, what this? No. That's my friend Jordan. Don't worry about that, man. Oh, check this shit out, man. Oh, wait. Oh, man, ever see? That's my friend James. Oh, no. James, you don't know James? Don't worry about James, man. He's cool. He's my friend in the city. He's into couscous. No, we'll talk about that later. What I want to talk to you about is forget about that towny C plus titty, man. I want to talk to you about that. I want to talk about a joyride. I want to talk about going to the big city, man. I want to talk about that B minus titty. Come on. Ow. Let me be your role model. Come on. Let me stick my dark sword in you. I mean, no, let's party. It's cool. Just walk away, Renee. You don't need genocide no more. Ow! Come on. Hey, Renee, what's up, girl? How you doing? CW, when you were a kid, did you hear the Antichrist was coming back and would chip us all and give him fealty or die? No, I never heard that. I was too busy getting chipped. Speaking of getting chipped, it's called mind control. So no. So what I'm telling you guys is kidding, not kidding. I thought of this. The like I was gonna where we're gonna go with it eventually is this is the CW timeship or whatever we're gonna call it. It'll be like something to be like the scariest RPG. And what it'll be like, it will have a chant and it'll go something like this. CW, you're okay. I think you are, really great. Oh no, it'll be like something like eventually it'll be like, take me away. CW, you're so gay. You know what I mean? Like, I want to go back in time with you. It's saying like voluntarily, like saying like CW, like I want to go with you. Like it'll be like some sort of voluntary, like I reject the world today. I want to go with CW. Yay. Like something like, and it'll be like, and it's totally not like, don't worry, kids. Even though technically, according to the Bible, you've just given me your soul. We all know that that's not really real, but it'll be like, well, hey, but if the Illuminati rules are real, technically, if I was a demon and I was trying to get you to trick you into giving me your soul, that's exactly how I would have done it. And that's exactly how you would have done it. And yeah, if I was a demon sent here by the devil to get your soul, I just totally did it. So there's that. You know what I'm saying? Do you get what I'm getting? Like I would be like, that's where we're going with it. Eventually it'll be like, yay, CW just got everyone's soul. He got everyone to join him in the Matrix. Hey, it'll be technically like, hey, if you think about it, what we've been doing this entire time is like tacitly agreeing that CW is the Time Lord Master, and we are all basically agreeing that at the time of our deaths, instead of going to heaven, we go to his metaverse. Maybe we shouldn't have done that. Too late, right? Renee, I just want to point out the fact that Jonaside, at every opportunity he has to be like, man, if you keep on talking about my wife, I'm going to fuck you up, keeps on saying, man, you keep on talking about my wife, man. But I'm telling you, I'm right here for you, bro. And I keep on wanting to remind you, Renee, that I keep on taking every opportunity where I could be like, Jonaside, I keep on telling you, man, I'm taking your wife to say, Jonaside, I keep on telling you, if your wife is not down, I'm still looking at you, kid. We can still make this shit happen. You know what I mean? I'll keep my options open. And Jonaside, you know what I mean? Like, I gotta tell you, you know what I mean? You're Jonaside, you're no Renee. Hey, listen, baby. Everyone's safe. I'm being safe. I'm just teasing. Come on. And this Mark Turan is like, this is why I don't bring my wife around here. Everyone's like, this is why we don't bring our wives around here. Jilly Beans is out there like, this is why I don't bring my man around here. 20 years down the line, Spooky's like, this is why my daughter doesn't even know that CW Chanter exists. Meanwhile, 20 years in the future, like 92-year-old CW Chanter is like, hey, Spooky, whatever happened to your kid? She looked like you. Spooky's out there like, April 16th. Keep the day free. That was like the worst Spooky accent ever. We got it. Woo! Woo! All right. Yo, Spooky, when are we listening to Long to St. Agrids turns 20 this year and has the best snare of all time? Not only does it have the best snare of all time, it's got that song. Oh, shit. Spooky, you have no idea. Why am I walking around with this chair? Yo, oh my God, Spooky, you have no idea. What is the song? Hold in my hand. Hold in my hand. I'm holding it in my hand. I'm James Hetfield and I'm holding it in my hand. What's the song? What's the hold it in my hand song off St. Anger? I couldn't believe it when it came up in the fucking, oh shit. Oh shit. When it came up in the fucking, oh my God. Oh God. When it came up in my fucking playlist. Oh, hold on. I can't breathe. I can't breathe. I can't breathe. Hold on. I can't breathe. Hold on. I can't breathe. What's the song? Hold on. All within my hands. All within my hands. All within my hands. Oh my God. That song, the lyrics to that song. Has anyone heard that song, All Within My Hands? Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. I've got to find the lyrics to this. This song is like the most ridiculous song ever. They did a version with the San Francisco Symphony Orchestra. There's an organization, All Within My Hands Foundation. That's so pathetic. Oh my God. Let's hear the lyrics. all within my hands, squeeze it in, crush it down, all with my hands, hold it dear, hold it, suffocate, all within my hands, love to death, smack you round and round, and all within my hands, beware, love is control, I'll die if I let it go. Hate me now, kill all within my hands, hate me now, crush it all within my hands. But no, choke it, choke all within my hands, squeeze all within my hands, choke all within my hands, hate me now, trap all within my hands, hurry up and hate me now, kill all within my hands, all within my hands, take your fear, pump me up, all within my hands, let you run, I'll pull your leash, all with my hands, under thumb, under to myself, I'll beware, love is control, I'll die if I let you go, I hate me now. So here's the thing about James Hetfield. This song, when you hear he's all like frantic, like, all in my hands, crush it down, all in my hands, crush it under my thumb. But when you hear it, all it sounds like is he's frantically masturbating. Like it's obvious, like him. See, here's the thing. James Hetfield wants to be, Henry Rollins is angry. Henry Rollins got fucked over by life. His dad was a piece of shit. His mom was unavailable, all that crap. But Henry Rollins is an intelligent person. Henry Rollins writes poetry books. And if you read Henry Rollins' poetry books, they're not garbage. They're not brilliant, but they're not garbage. Somewhere between Last Exit to Brooklyn and the work of, I don't know, think of some contemporary, I don't know. I don't know. There's he's somewhere. He's but James Hetfield is just a 16-year-old kid. James Hetfield has never written a lyric that is above what a guidance counselor has to deal with in a high school, or what a drug and alcohol counselor has to deal with, with teenagers. Honestly, there's not a James Hetfield lyric that you've listened to that isn't, I'm trapped in confusion. How do I get out? Anger is tough to deal with. It boxes you inside. It is hard. It's like a wall around you. It tucks you in at night. It's in there with you when you wake up in the morning. It's the truth. He's not a wordsmith. He's not an intelligent person. If you saw that movie, Some Kind of Fucking Monster, his emotional insights are all I can tell you is when my mom died when I was a kid, I was angry and I felt like God had abandoned me. And it's it's not a crime to be stupid. Some people have the ability to produce a lot of art and music because they're intelligent and they're driven. And some people have the ability to produce a lot of music and art because they're just so stupid. They can produce a lot because they produce kind of on automatic pilot. And I think James Hetfield is just one of those guys. He's not a smart guy. And this song, All Within My Hands, if you listen to it, it just sounds like a guy fucking jerking off. It literally sounds like a guy jerking off. It literally sounds like, crush it, scream it. When I first heard it, I literally had to pull over to the side of the road because I was laughing hysterically because I had visions of myself. I literally said to myself, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to play this a cappella. I'm going to play it. I'm going to listen to it and I'm going to do it. I'm going to sing along to it. And I'm going to sing along to it with my back turned to the camera, showing people that if you just scream along to it, it's impossible to know it or hear it as anything other than a guy frantically masturbating. Listen to the song All Within My Hands by Metallica after it's been suggested to you that it sounds like someone masturbating frantically, about to rip their dick off because it's a 47-year-old guy who cannot come. And that is all you will ever hear, ever. You will never talk about Saint Anger as being the Saint Anger Metallica album with the drum sound. And you will forever tell your friends, yo, man, Someone pointed something out to me about that album. Yo, that song "All Within My Hands," doesn't it totally sound like James Hetfield is freaking out because he's trying to fucking nut and he can't do it? That's all you'll fucking talk about. All within my hands. Crush it. I'll rip you off. I'll crush it. I'll tear you out from the core, from the center of your being. Cannot let you go. Cannot let you go. And I'm sitting there going, where's my little Danish friend? And I'm sitting there going, why am I never going to listen to Megadeth ever again? Here's another point about Megadeth. 2013, they recorded an album called Super Collider. That's a straight up Poison record. Super Collider by Megadeth in 2013. Never ever say that, like, you know, oh, first of all, here's the other thing, man. This thrash metal bands are great. They don't play songs about chicks and cars. Wait, hold on. Megadeth used to sing about chicks and cars all the time. Megadeth used to sing about chicks and cars all the time. There's a song about cars on fucking So Far So Good, So What? That fucking, there's a song about speeding on a car and all that fucking song. That's a song about a car. And I can't. That's you. Just because you're fucking Megadeth doesn't mean that's not. I Can't Drive 55, asshole. Just because there's not a chick in the car at the time that you're fucking speeding doesn't mean it's not a song about a fucking car, asshole. Congratulations, you beat throat cancer. You're still a dick. I don't care. He's a multimillionaire. I don't give a if I don't give a shit about multimillionaires who like own Philip Morris when they beat cancer, why do I give a shit about Dave Mustaine? No offense. Honestly, the guy's always been a dickhead. The guy's always been a dickhead. He's a born-again Christian dickhead, so I give two shits. Let him go to heaven with Jesus. Kicking out Dave Ellefson because he had sexual innuendos or whatever. I don't give a fuck. And also, don't give me shit because the guy survived. No offense. Cry me a river. Anyway, here we go. Now I'm going to get in trouble. Anyway. Whew. Oh, you guys made me upset. You didn't make me upset. You got me in trouble because I refuse to get in trouble. I refuse to get in trouble because because I took a swing at Dave Mustaine's throat cancer. I'm not gonna get in trouble. Oh, it's because I'm gonna get in trouble because I'm gonna get in trouble. I have to take it back. I have to take it back. I have to walk it back because of cancer. I know I have to. It's folks, you don't have to forgive me. I'm gonna request forgiveness. And I'm gonna request forgiveness on these grounds. Dave Mustaine is that big an asshole. He's a huge asshole. Dave Mustaine is such an asshole that he will make you so upset with him that you will feel like, you know, even though the guy's had survived cancer, that you want to be like, fuck you. I wish the cancer took you out. And then that'll get, you know, it roped in with like being insensitive to a guy with fucking cancer. So that turns into like, you know, you can't say things like that. So I apologize. Fuck you, Dave Mustaine. I hope he gets struck by lightning in the throat. I don't think Dave Mustaine lives a long and precious life. I like Dave Mustaine. He's an asshole, but I don't want anything to happen to him. I'm glad he lived. I'm saying these things because I know that nothing can happen to him. And also, Dave Mustaine, in case you're curious, the fact that you believe in Jesus is beautiful. I caught myself. I was right about to be like offend. I was about to do the same thing when I did the cancer, but I was about to do it to Christianity. So let me not do that. Did I mention that when you go back in time, you can play role-playing games? And when you play role-playing games, when you travel back in time, you create little time warriors, and those time warriors guard your little time tents when you're back in time? Did I tell you guys about that? I feel like I'm giving you a lot of information all at once, and if there's too much information, you guys are gonna freak out, and this could be too much to blow your minds. I feel like I changed notebooks too. Hold on, where was I? Let me just read these things out. Let me do this. Fucking Slayer. Okay, here we go. They're all born again Christians too. Well, maybe not all of them. That's how you know that heavy metal really is really for idiots. They all started off dumb people into Satan for dumb reasons, and then they all became dumb Christians when it was time to have families. Like good little morons. Anyway, earn it by doing time work. You know what that means, right? Apply. We're going back to earning XP. You just rolling dice is how you produce energy. And we want to produce as much energy as possible because we need the energy to fight the bad guys. And there's bad guys all around us. The Urbanskys. You know what I mean? The Conservos. You know what I mean? The Nebs, the Pinks, the all sorts of shapes and sizes. You know, they're all around us. The Rebels and the Wild Ones and the Confused. So we need energy, and we need energy to build our structures, to build the time tents and the lean-tos and the various hamlets in the various years that we maintain. Because if I build a zone in 2003 and you build a space in 2003, we need to maintain those spaces. So you need energy to maintain those spaces, and you need energy to put the XP points into the little time warriors that you use to guard the zones there for fun. And also later on we might monster ranch, so you need to feed those guys. So you need XP and energy there. So, and also you just might need to feel good. So you might need just vibe. And so you generate energy by rolling dice. So you earn the opportunity to roll dice by doing time work. Like, if we're going back in time, so I'm going back to 2003. So how do I go back to 2003? I go back to 2003 by reading a book from 2003 or watching a movie from 2003. So that earns me the right to roll some dice. And I make notations. I've got a notation notebook, and we'll go through my notation notebook, and I'll show you some of my notations. Okay? Because of what was watched, consumed, to earn, ironic, or in concert. You know what I mean? Okay, so look, earned by doing time work. Apply that specific time work experience to specific time warriors for specific results. Who knows what they might be? Because of what was watched or consumed to earn, ironic or in concert. So, for example, like if I'm in 2013 and I've watched like a horror movie, so I've earned the right to roll 2013 experience from watching a horror movie. I might take that experience and apply it to a horror themed character I've generated, using Monsters rule set from 2013, or Machinations of the Space Princess from 2013. Or I may have watched a comedy and therefore apply that XP to a Tunnels and Trolls character that I know is a kind of I fancy as kind of a wacky kind of a bard or a kind of a drunken hero, Or I might do it to someone that I think, is totally the opposite. I might watch a horror movie and apply that XP to a pixie to see if it does something weird to them. And of course, that all happens in my mind. I would apply the XP and I would decide. I would say to myself, based on my vibe and internal feeling, well, it did nothing. Or, gee, that did something to them. And I would decide whether or not that would affect the rules of the game as given or anything. That would just be entirely up to me. This is just our fantasy. This is our play. We're playing this game. It's just a game. It's all part of our rock and roll fantasy. Same era, though. The energy is not just specific to you. It only exists as in relationship to another reference point, a specific location and time. Therefore, the experience of 2013 is 2013 experience. If I generate XP from a 2013 movie or 2013 song or set, I shouldn't use that XP for a 1997 role-playing game character. It's 2003 or 2013 XP should be used for that era character, something, or activities. You shouldn't use 2003 XP for some other activity unless you were doing some sort of specific experiment. And that sort of experiment should only happen with me. If you wanted to do something like that, that should only happen with Big Papa. Trust me. Listen, I'm to tell you something. I am space Jesus when it comes to this thing. Okay? I am Gary Gygax. This meta RPG shit, this time traveling, doing this thing. Come on now. We gotta crawl before we walk here. Before we start, splitting the atom here. Let's worry about, one chief on the island here. Okay? One roll for every minute or a 10-minute session. One roll for every minute of a 10-minute session, or one roll for 10 minutes, or for one roll for 10 minutes spent meditating on a specific, or one roll for 10 minutes spent meditating on a specific year. Okay, here. One roll for every minute of a 10-minute session, or one roll for 10 minutes spent meditating on a specific year. Right. So I meditate for 10 minutes on 2003. Does that mean I roll once for XP for 2003? Or do I roll 10 times because I meditated for 10 minutes on 2003? Here's your answer. It is instance specific and for the individual to decide. So just like in Commonwealth chanting, I don't tell you, in Commonwealth chanting, you make a promise to chant every day and read a spiritual text every day, but the other Commonwealth chanters, including me, don't tell you what a spiritual text is or what to chant. In the same way, we tell you that you can generate XP based on time work, but we don't tell you how much XP you can generate from time work or what methodology. We just tell you that you generate XP from time work. Also, how many dice to roll? Same issue, same answer. You decide. There's a lot of leeway here. We just don't go totally crazy. Also, you may have an emergent need for a lot of XP. Therefore, you should be able to theoretically roll every die in your house to add up all the pips to get a huge number. And re-roll and keep adding if you need to speed level odds. If you are under attack by 1,000 Urbanskis are coming to your door, okay, you're in 2003, and there are 1,003 Urbanskis that are coming to get you in 2003, and you've put out the warning call to me. You've put out the warning call to Jonaside and Spooky is in a business call, and Jonaside's at work, and I can't get to you necessarily in time. You are in East St. Louis, and I've mobilized my squads, but I'm on the East Coast, and we don't necessarily know if we can get to you in time. We don't know if we can necessarily get to you in time. You might have to handle 2003, this attack, yourself. Okay, so you have to speed level your guys. So you might have to do an XP dump, meaning that you might have to generate like a bajillion ounces of XP, right away. Where's my things? Oh, here they are. So let me show you something. So if I take all these dice, this is a paltry amount of dice. Here's what could be considered a standard full set of American polyhedral dice. Right? This is not like, what's known as Zaki dice or like wacky dice. This is not like a 17 set. This is like, I don't know, 30, sided dice. We have a 20-sided dice. We have an 8-sided dice. We have a 6-sided dice. We have a 4-sided dice. We have a 12-sided dice. And we've got 2 10s. So now look, I could throw all these down. Poplar, where'd you go? Ah! Yeah, run it. Ah! This is 10 sided dice? That's 12. It's a 3. Oh, here we go. Now we could get this and we could add all these, right? Or we could put them all together as one number. What do I mean by that? We could add all these together, or we could put them together in a sequence, and we'd have 1, 2, it's a 10. So if I add putting these numbers in sequential order of their size, I get a 10, a 4, 2 3s, 2 2s, and a 1. I could add all those together and get the following number. Here, watch this. $25. Or I could read them out as, wait, that's 3. Wait, let's do it. Hold on. Let me do this. Hold on. 1, 0, 4, 3, 3, 2, 2, 1. 10,433,221. So you could add up all those numbers, or you could put them out as a sequence of 10,433,221. I would do it that way. And I would just keep on re-rolling the dice. I would actually just keep on re-rolling the dice, and I would add those numbers. I would add the next number sequence, and I would add that, so you get like millions and millions of XP. And I would just keep on doing that. And I wouldn't worry about, obviously it would be impossible under those sort of circumstances to then start trying to calculate the levels of your guys. So I would just, it's all theoretical at that point, but it would still be you'd still have the energy reserves. And what I would do is I would write in a box, I would say this energy goes to, and I would just you do symbolic language. You would just put it, make a funnel and then put like a base and, say goes into base. And then you would say distributes to, and levels these people, and then do that. And then say must level adequately, distribute, and then you'd write out instructions, primarily, favor defensive attributes and defend parameters, or, if you think that it's like, go for the goal that there's nothing to do except offense, go attack or whatever. And then go back to the base and see what happens. I would recommend under those circumstances that you abandon the base, that you leave the time zone, see what happens, and then come back and see if you rebuild or then start another time zone. Because always save your bacon. Always save your bacon. Under no circumstances should you seek death. Always save your bacon. The whole point of this is this. We are scaredy cats. The whole purpose of our agenda is to avoid the end of time. We are avoiding the heat death and or cold death of the end of the universe by always moving. We are constantly going to different points in time and different points of the universe to avoid secession. We are avoiding the end point by always moving around to where it's constantly always going. So if it always looks like it's going to end, we leave, right? So if it's looking like shit's going to go down, we don't abandon people, except automatons and robot. Like if anything's like non-causal, we can just always come back, and we can always resurrect. We got wish spells and stuff. Dungeons and Dragons has wish spells, so we can always bring people back, and we can restart time zones. We can restart metaverses. You can't, I can't. Don't worry about it. We can. You can't, I can't. Don't worry about it. We can. Listen, you can't, I can, we can. Don't worry about it. Okay? So we have to listen. But here's the thing, and here's where we get into incentive. Do you believe in Jesus Christ? No. That's inconceivable to you. Are you having fun here? Yes. So we can restart the metaverse. We can prevent the end of the world. If we have enough energy. Do we have enough energy? I don't know. We currently have 10 people watching us. That's a lot. We could have more. We could have more. We could use more. If we have 10, why not 15? We could visualize. Here we go. I got to keep an eye on the time. Also, you have, okay, there you go. Temples and book stupas. This is going to be a future thing. This is a preview. Temples and book stupas. Temporary manifestations of your time tense on the other sides here. When we go to different time places, like when you do 2013, 2003, 1997, 19, when you go to different time places, you go there using books, DVDs, CDs, whatever, right? These things, these tools that you use to go to these different time zones, these different time places, remain here. What do you do with them when you're done or when they're not active? You can put them back on the bookshelf or they can remain out. Sometimes you go back and forth to different periods of time. Like, for example, we're in 2023. It is very obvious that I will be going to, based on past experiences, that I will be frequenting 2003 and 2013 and 1998 quite frequently this year. Therefore, it doesn't make a lot of sense for me to disassemble the 2013, 2003, and 1998 piles every time I just switch back every 2 to 3 weeks between those different zones. And likewise, because I go back and return to zones, it doesn't make a lot of sense to dissipate all these books once you've assembled them. It makes sense to keep these things together. It's fun. These books become charged. You have memories when you spend time concentrated on these activities. What's a stupa? A stupa is a little collection of books that you build up in a little pyramid. You'll have little figures that will remind you of times and periods and books and movies that you watched associated with these different ceremonies, they become like rituals. They serve to charge the items not actually possessed at the times and the eras in the past. Also locations for figures to climb and adventure on. See Philip K. Dick and Perky Pat. Highlight the 2018 Synchro on back cover of this journal. Thinking this journal has a copyright of 2018. Copyright of with 2018 date on back cover, like Blueberry Wolf Bridge Channel in 2023 for the time. Oh, this is backwards. 2018 was first time jump experiment. Journal was subsequently selected to be journal for the time travel meta RPG experiment on Blueberry Wolf Bridge Channel in 2023 with 2018 date on back cover, like a copyright. For those who think that these synchronicities are interesting, for those who don't. I thought that this note was lost, and I said with this note we don't have, but I did have it. Remember to put in notes about not driving yourself crazy as a player and a reminder to have fun. Time ship hacking, LARP ideas, hacking to CW, Secret Space Program, Whistleblower School, LARP, personal energy, doing an instance of experience for your target year, group energy, with us doing this is just notes. Personal energy, every time you do an instance, you earn the right to roll. Used to make time warriors, conversion to experience of era centric game system, put into character, which becomes a time warrior in that keep. Are you loyal to CW Time Lord or are you a rebel? Our warriors might have to fight according to the rules of the game system of the era. We might need to train the warriors against each other, like they might have to spar. Will some rebels or well-intentioned loyalists make their own hacked time ships? Is this not part and parcel of the LARP itself? Because there's notes that I had that I didn't have, that I forgot to, that I thought that I didn't have. Okay, there's that. I'm gonna get to this. Here's my preliminary notes. Here's some XP that I got. Starting rolling show notes for Time Travel Experiment RPG, including roll notes and special records, basically notes and scrap paper notes that won't work in journal entry. Movie The Heat from 2013. This was terrible. This was with my one of the most sexy women in Hollywood. What's her name? I love her. Melissa McCarthy. I love her. And Sandra Bullock. It was basically kind of like Miss Congeniality 2, but not Miss Congeniality 2, but like a Miss Congeniality, like it was like, you know, Sandra Bullock is the fish out of water. She's like the prim and proper one. And McCarthy is like the, you know, the rough one or whatever. It was terrible, but it was like such an homage to the 80s. But here's what's crazy. Remember Spooky? Remember we were talking yesterday and we said we were talking about the Dungeons and Dragons movie. Mario Heat said, did you see the commercial for the new Dungeons and Dragons movie? And I said, if it doesn't have Marlon Wayans, I said if it doesn't have Damon Wayans' little brother in it, it's not the Dungeons and Dragons movie. And I couldn't remember his brother's name. And I said it doesn't have half of White Girls in it, I don't want to know. The brother's name is Marlon Wayans. Marlon Wayans is in The Heat with Sandra Bullock and Melissa McCarthy. He plays like kind of Sandra Bullock's kind of like, not love interest because it's not explored enough, but he plays the young FBI guy that she's flirting with. So he's in the movie. So we joked about Damon Wayans. He's the thief in the Dungeons and Dragons movie. He's a cop in The Heat. And The Heat has all these inside jokes. So I said, so whoa. So when I got an opportunity to roll for The Heat, because it's a 2013 movie, so it was time work, I got a time to I rolled bonus experience for Damon Wayans because the Dungeons and Dragons movie. See journal for new rule on boom moments. I forgot to do the rule. And then bonus on Monty Cook lookalike, because yesterday before I came to work, when I was eating breakfast, I was watching YouTube videos from 2013, RPG videos from 2013 from YouTube. And in 2013, one of the few RPG games that was released was a game called Numenera by a guy called Monty Cook. Monty Cook is an RPG developer who worked on 3rd edition Dungeons and Dragons. He's been around since back in the day, since like 2000. Okay, but check this out. Monty Cook, you listen to a guy's name like Monty Cook, you might think of like a guy like a Tony Soprano kind of, like Monty Cook. It kind of sounds like, hey, I'm Monty Cook, right? Monty Cook looks like kind of like if like Todd Flanders, like the grown-up Todd Flanders and like the nebbish, like the Needlemeyer guy from like Real Genius, like Kent from Real Genius had a baby. Like he's like this, like he's like it's like if white bread came alive as a person, it would be Monty Cook. Like the guy is like the whitest guy ever. And he literally talks like this. He's like, "Hi, I'm Monty Cook. You might remember me from such games as Dungeons and Dragons 3rd edition and Hero Clicks. Oh man, I really sound like a dork up here. I just want to talk to you about my new game." That's Monty Cook. And what's so funny is that recently, like in a Twitter post, he had this whole thing, like he was talking about like the Dungeons and Dragons SRDOGL, where he was like, person A wants to shoot person B, person B wants to shoot person C. And he has like in his Twitter, he's wearing a kind of like a pork pie hat. He kind of like he's looking to the side. He almost looks like the name Monty Cook. Like he almost sounds like, like, but if you go back and watch these videos, but what's so crazy is there's a Monty Cook lookalike in the Heat. So I got a bonus. I rolled a bonus for Monty Cook lookalike. When I say there's a Monty Cook lookalike in the Heat, it's striking because you have to understand, because this Numenera game came out in 2013, I watched about 30 to like 35 minutes, 40 minutes of Monty Cook footage the morning of yesterday morning while I was eating breakfast. And to say that Monty Cook is one of the whitest RPG developers of all time, despite having the name of an Italian gangster, is an understatement. Like the guy's like, Numenera, my idea was to take you on an exciting adventure, an adventure of exploration. Oh, exploration, not just killing monsters. Killing monsters is fun. Don't get me started on the fun of killing monsters. But exploration, finding something new. I mean, this guy is white. I mean, he is like, and he's got the curly hair. He's got white curly hair. He's not albino, but he's that kind of white. Is like the whitest you can get. He's like Alan Alda when sailing on Labor Day. This guy is white. You know, this guy, Monty Cook, is a white gentleman. I mean, he is white. This guy has no soul. I don't want to see Monty. It's a cliche, but if there's a video of Monty Cook dancing, I got to see it. I don't think Monty Cook has ever danced. On principle. I think if you said the suggestion, Monty Cook, if you ever danced, you'd be like, danced? No. You know, I'm Monty Cook. You know, dancing. I wrote Numenera in 2013. It's a game about exploration. There's a skill for dancing. You can roll a d20 and test your dancing ability. I tested my dancing ability in Numenera. It wasn't my speciality. I didn't score very well. My DM handled it well. I was satisfied with the results. It wasn't a win, but I had a good time. You know what I mean? Oh, you're person A. You know what I mean? Like, oh my God, Monty Cook. Holy fucking shit. But there's like in the scene, The Heat, Sandra Bullock comes out like, oh, the whole thing is like she's like it's a straight laced gal, so she's got to go under like surprise undercover. So she's wearing like a pantsuit. So Melissa McCarthy's like, oh, we gotta hook you up. So she's like, she rips up her outfit and turns it into like short shorts and like a tanky top, right? Whatever. And so she comes out of the bathroom like all done up like this, and she runs right into the Monty Cook lookalike, who's like this like nebbish white guy like looking guy. And she goes, what's your problem? And he goes, I like the way your shorts are making my shorts feel in my shorts. He goes, I'm sorry, it sounded cruder than it meant to be in my head. Like that's like the line. And I was like, oh my God, but it looks exactly like that. I mean, it's a Monty Cook look. I'm like, you gotta be shitting me. So I put it in there. And I got other bonuses for other videos. So there you go. Here's my other notes. Here we go. Oh, so how did I get, so what dice did I roll? Well, it's January 24th, 23 was the date. Okay. So I rolled two 12-sided dice because of the 24, right? Because two 12-sided dice would add up to 24. And then one 20-sided dice because, 20. And then, because 2023, so that I figured I rounded up for the 23 to 24, so there's two 20-sided dice. So I wrote two 12-sided dice for the 24, a 20-sided dice for the 20, and then two more 12-sided dice for the 23. Then I added a 1 in there. And then for today's date, there was 1 and 1. Dad, figure out some. It doesn't matter. I ended up with, what was the final tally? It was like a couple of 20-sided, two 20-sided dice, 4 12-sided dice, and a 20. I think 2 20s and 4 12-sided dice. It didn't matter. The point is to get you generating energy. Generating energy by rolling dice against our enemies, or in aid of your allies, or in simple effort to fuel our time rockets. The energy is generated by rolling dice by any means necessary. Character creation feedback loop method. This is brilliant, right? Machinations of the Space Princess for 2013. It's from 2013. So if I generate a character, if I'm working on character generation in Machinations of the Space Princess from 2013, that is 2013 work. Therefore, I earn experience. I earn the right to earn experience, to roll for experience because of doing the work, which I would then feed back into putting into the character. But then if I put experience into the character, right, then I can then build, get traits or put it into skills. But then that earns me the right to earn more experience points, which I then put back into the character. So then it becomes a feedback loop. So you never have to stop. Once you start building up your character, you can just keep on building up your character, because then you could just keep on rolling experience. You don't even have to go into a dungeon, right? You could just keep on rolling experience points. You just keep on rolling dice and generating experience points, and then putting those experience points onto a page and putting that experience points into your character and building up your character. And you'd be like, oh, but they're not doing anything. They are doing something. They're sitting on your table while you work on them. And you can talk to them. And you'd be like, this is what's happening to you. And you'd be like, this experience came from this movie, and this movie was charged up with this energy, and I had this experience when I was watching that movie, and so therefore this energy is charged with that. So when I put this into you, and I put that energy into your strength stat, your strength is being fueled by Zoolander. So your strength is part merman. Your strength is part merman. So it's extra collagen-y, so it can stretch better and it heals better. And you move better underwater. You don't swim, you don't breathe underwater. You're not a merman, but your strength has been infused by that, by part of that. And part of that wackiness of that Zoolander energy. So if you get shot at, right, you're not the kind of character that gets taken out and dies like in a savage way. Because you're like, what? You're not from that sort of world. You're infused with the kind of that wacky comedy Saturday Night Live world where it's a little bit nerfed. Well, which makes you perfect if things get really shitty. Holy shit, it's not likely that baby is going to be saved from that scenario. That really truly evil entity really looks like it's going to defeat good and get that baby. Holy shit. We need a Zoolander type. I need a Zoolander type riding on a Pikachu. Why? Because we need a Zoolander type on a Pikachu. Actually, you know what we need? We need a Zoolander type on a Pikachu. And you know what I'm going to do? Because I'm CW Chanter and I'm actually, if you don't understand that I'm the Rick Sanchez of this fucking dimension, you're about to realize it. That guy, that Zoolander, has a small amulet on his chest that I put on him. And in that amulet is a miniaturized plane. And what's on that miniaturized plane? Every seat on that plane has a passenger that's being attended by their own personal flight attendant, which just happens to be their mother. Why is everyone being attended by their own mother? Because all of those passengers are babies. You feel comfortable when you're sitting next to a baby on a plane, right? Because God's not going to kill a baby. Yeah, he's certainly not going to kill a plane full of all fucking babies. Nothing's happened to that Zoolander on a fucking Pikachu. That thing that's going to be saved by that truly evil monster, it's going to be saved. I fucking guaranteed it. You're welcome. Roll for XP. Don't mind if I do. Don't mind if I do. Don't mind if I do. You're welcome. What did I earn? Oh, look at that. I got first biggest numbers of 40. We all know I love big 40s. We all know I love 4. Oh, wow. I also got an 8. I have a 9 here. 9s are good. Well, we probably got the 9 because I invoked all those babies. We know babies are born after 9 months normally. So we got that. That's where we got a 9. We got a 9 on the 20-sided die. Okay, I also have a 6. I got 2 6s. Oh, well, 69. I got an 8. And I got 2 1s. But with me, when we get 2 1s, what is that? That's an 11, right? Shit. Look at this. This is what we actually got. We have a 40, we have an 8, we have a 69, we have an 11, and we have a 6. That's what we actually have. So when we put those numbers in order, and I'm allowed to take them big, actually it's a joke. One of them, the 69, one of one of those is a 68 is a joke. Oh, actually, I'm confused. That's an 86. It's an 86. It's about a year. That's a year because the 86 was the year I turned 11. Forgot that. So actually what it is it's 69, 40, 86, 11 ranked. And I'm allowed to take those as a continuum. So my actual XP is for that win, for saving all the babies with the hold on, excuse me, because I have to discharge the baby plane. Baby plane. Go to your respective metaphysical airport of destination location and discharge the babies and their mothers. Go with God. There you go. Or else it turns into a thing. What do I got? Oh, I'm allowed to put them down in order. So it's 86, 69, 40, 11. So 1, 2, 3. 86,694,011 experience points I have for sending Zoolander in with the magic the plane necklace. Be careful. Don't try. Listen, you might be tempted. You might see me do these things and you might be like, oh, that's easy. You just whip them out like that. I was born this way and I've been doing this for a long time. Okay? It takes a long time. Don't do this. You're going to fuck something up. Don't Sorcerer's Apprentice this shit. Okay? I'm going to fuck some shit up first before we accomplish anything. We're going to break a lot of eggs. So, don't do this at home. Help me help you by not listen. You don't even know if you're a rebel. You don't even know how to play the game yet. Character creation feedback loop method. Okay, the feedback loop is created, which can be exploited. Once it gets going, it goes. Future spouts. Check this out. Here's the last one. A book about a future. Check this out. A book about a future is from a year. It is a portal to that future, an escape tunnel, a portal to that universe, a jump gate technology. Do you get it? I have so many books. I bought there because the Barnes and Noble near me is closing. The used book section is closing. I cleared them out. Well, me and every other nerd cleared them out. I need these. I need these things to time travel. Ha! I need a book. And I can't. All my books are. Of course, I get the fantasy ones. Oh man, come on. Be at my hand. Oh man. MJ12. Beneath the skin. It was like a buck. Hold on. Come on. Something from the future. Come on. Jesus Christ. Ah. Atlantis. Perfect. Well, not perfect, but use an example. Come on. Jesus Christ. Everything is from the past. What the hell? Killing me. And I have something perfect, which would be the Butlerian Jihad. The Butlerian Jihad from Dune, 2002. Perfect example. I don't have it with me, of course. Time Trip is a meta example. This is not Butlerian Jihad, but this is from Atlantis. But the Butlerian Jihad from 2002. You're under attack. You're in 2002, and they're closing in. You have a portal, a base established in 2002. You also know that you have read The Butlerian Jihad by Frank Herbert's much more talented son and his jabroni lover. So you escape into the Butlerian Jihad in 2002. And then you exit through the sandworms of Dune in 2007, escaping your pursuers. Right? Because they're both in Duneverse. They're both in the Dune universe. The Sandworms of Dune. I think I've got the year correctly. If the Sandworms of Dune are not 2007, if there's some other year, if I'm off by a year, then I'm off by a year. But Butlerian Jihad is definitely 2002. That's gonna be great for us. 2002, 2003, 2004 is the Butlerian Jihad cycle for the revamped, the not Frank Herbert's main canon Dune, but his son's Dune. So the Dune universe overlaps with our universe insofar as the chronological breakthroughs where they are manifested in our world in those years, the years that those things now are manifest or were manifest in our world. So that's what I'm saying. Like they're jump gates in our game, if that makes sense. Okay, so look, I'm throwing a lot of shit at you. Clarifying point. This is a game. I saw my qualified mental health professional today. I'm not crazy. This is a game. It's not a LARP. It's a meta RPG. Don't get it twisted. I'll come to your house and fucking kill you. I'm joking. That was a joke. Come on. I don't know where you live, but I can find you in the metaverse. I have magical powers. You're all out to get me. I know you are, but that's fine because I'm more powerful than you, and I can find you, and I have the power. I can get you, and I'll get you to the sandworms that control me. Be careful. Don't get too crazy, but be careful. Proceed cautiously and slowly. I've been doing this a while, but it's hard to get into. You take a look around. Start taking a look around. you people are not used to cataloging their things by year. You have all these things in your house, you have your books, you have your CDs, you have your tapes, you have your recordings, you have your video games, but you probably don't have them organized by year. It's all trademarked. It's all trademarked by me. Um, patent pending, patent pending. Um, start looking at them. Start looking at years. If you desire to look at them by years, the easiest things to work with are the nostalgia loop years. 10 years, 25 years, 20 years ago, 30 years ago, 40 years ago. I can tell you that 2013 feels like yesterday. And what you do is you just pick one of these years, 2013, 2003, 1998, 25 years ago, and you just say, I'm just going to only listen to music from that year. I'm only going to watch movies from that year. I'm only going to watch TV shows from that year to the degree that I can, and try and see how long you can maintain that. And if it gets to the point where you're like, I can't take it anymore, I got to watch something for something else. See if you can watch something that just happened earlier than that year. Especially if you can watch something earlier from that year that you know you saw or watched or experienced in that year. Keeping that vibe going. And then if you eventually reach a point where you just can't take it anymore, you got to watch something else, but then see if you can go back. But don't drive yourself crazy to the point where you ruin the experience, where you make it a bummer. But if you can maintain the experience and practice and keep on going back, you'll start to notice an ability to see some sort of time waver. We say hello to Chili Beans. I see you there. It's been a while. I've been distracted. I see you now. You go back. You'll start to notice things flowing back and forth. You'll start noticing things like, holy crap, that chick in the mall is dressed just like someone from 1998, just like C.W. Chanter predicted. You'll start saying things like, wait, if I just see that because I want to see that, or if I see that because of the thing, and that's the game. It starts realizing, hey, I'm not just watching TV. This is an active experience. I'm not just listening to music. This is an active experience. I'm thinking. I'm not just watching this schlock B-horror piece of crap. I'm looking for clues in this schlock B-horror movie piece of crap. And if anyone asks me what I'm doing, I'm going to sound like a crazy person. I'm on some next level shit here. I'm sounding crazy. This is weird. This is active life. This ain't no LARP. This is some sort of weird meta RPG in my hands. Crushing it down. One last thing. It's a weird thing when you start changing years. I can maintain things for about 2 weeks, usually before things start getting weird. So I've been in 2013, but I started noticing today that maybe things are shifting on me. And it's weird because you don't know if things are shifting fully, if you're just starting to see things from an earlier era, if you're just going to watch a movie from an earlier time, or if it's time to switch. It's hard to see. The point is, I think, not to fight. It's also hard to sense whether or not you're going right from one year into the next, or if it's time to just take a break before you go right in. Take it easy. Relax. Nothing's a rush, and it doesn't need to get fucked up. If you think you're starting a new loop, a new segment, but it turns out it's just not exactly a new loop, new segment, it's okay. If you roll for XP in 2003, but then it turns out you're not really doing 2003, it's okay. Little lost XP here and there, it's not going to be the end of the world. It's just a game. Little brother, little sister, from the Shapeshifters, Oracle of the Shapeshifters deck, number 40. This card is siblings, younger friends, responsibility. May I take some responsibility here? May we all take responsibility for the newcomers that may come, for the newcomers that are still here after some time. May we all be a little brother, may we all be a little sister, we may all take care of each other. May we exchange these roles between each other. But may we remember, if we are the little brother or little sister, to be in that role. It's okay to be subordinate. Remember, I've said a couple of times, you can be a loyalist or you can be a rebel. Remember, it's okay to be a loyalist. It's okay to support your local CW chanter. We're trying to save miracles, people. Maybe we need a little less boogaloo shrimp and a little bit more, who's the other guy? Turbo. I'm just your friendly neighborhood Turbo, trying to save Miracle. Where's my white chick? I need my Johnson waxed. Preferably not by a relative. Preferably by boogaloo shrimp. He saved his money, right? Chili Bean, saving the world one break dance at a time. Absolutely. And folks, believe you me, if you thought the breakdance fighting to save the world was a great way to solve problems, where do you see us time traveling at the end of time? We got to do it, man. Send in the Zoolander babies. I can't hold it. I can't hold the wall. Spooky, you gotta. CW's pussing out. No! CW, hold your integrity. I refuse to, man. I'm bitching out. I'm bitching out. No, man, CW, hold it together. Fuck that shit. That requires work and effort. I'd rather whiff. I'd rather whiff. So we gotta go back in time. That's not even from anything. That's just fucking some shit. I don't know what's up. The 2000s are a little bit of a blur. I might need to start in the 80s and the 90s. Listen, the 2000s are the 80s and the 90s, darling. Jelly beans, don't worry about it. You can. Jelly beans, I just got my Labyrinth deck, nostalgia loop for me. Hey, listen, Jelly beans, that's a great point, because remember, when you're using the Labyrinth deck, you can use the year of the origin point of the movie. You also have the year of the publication of the deck, right? You have multiple times and areas. Just like the Dune books, you have the era of the future era or the fantasy era of the book, and then you actually have the book's date of publication. If you have a book that is reprinted or reissued, or you have the date of original publication and you have the date of republication. So that's great too. All sorts of places to jump over. Okay, folks, I love you. I love you. I love you. If nobody told you they loved you today, somebody just did. That's somebody's CW chanter. Make of that what you will, because you will. Now, that's some bullshit, Renee. You know, listen, kids, people, babies having babies is one thing, but no one can have a kid at 2. And no offense, if you were 2 in 2000, that would mean you're only 23 now. You're a good looking broad, okay? You're sexy as fuck. Honey, 23, I love you. I'm not saying you don't look 23, okay? Gotta keep you honest. Gotta keep you honest, baby. Gotta keep you honest. Girl, do you? For future reference, come on now. For future reference, we just let that. You know what I mean? We just let that shit go. Come on now. When you clarify it, you're telling the world that you don't. Shit. Dang. God, come on. I love you. I love you. I love you. If nobody told you they loved you today, somebody just did that. Somebody's CW chanter. Join with me on this glorious cavalcade to the future. Play this game all day and all night. Time travel with me. We LARP into the future. Folks in the role playing game community, play this game with me. It's not a LARP, it's a meta RPG. All your role playing game books become reactivated. You are not playing, you are not waiting to get to the tabletop. You are playing the tabletop 24 hours a day. You are alive with flavor. You're in a cult. You're not in a cult. I mean, you're not in a cult. No, I didn't mean that. That was the card. That was the card. I did the card. You don't think that's the card? You need a tarot card. You need a tarot card. But the reason I did this card is because this deck is from 2000, and what I'll do is, here's what I'll do. This card is from Little Brother, Little Sister. This card is from 2013. You're awesome. But I got you bonus ones. So Little Brother, Little Sister. But then there you go. But you see what's so funny, Little Brother, Little Sister? What's so funny, Little Brother, Little Sister? The Oracle of the Shapeshifters. Siblings, younger friends' responsibility. You ask and you shall receive. The Mermaid of Immersion, complete commitment. And what is the number? We go fishing, and what do we get? 44. One of my many magic numbers. Complete commitment. What was the first number in the first card? It was a 40. When I went back and I got 44, and you said Fallout 4 looks like Jeff Koons. Know what I mean? And that's your second Fallout 4 reference. And if I go to my rolls from last night, when I rolled my bonus for Damon Wayans, I got 44. In case you're curious. Just like I did when I got a 44 when I rolled for my journal notes. But not when I rolled for Monty Cook. When I rolled for the Monty Cook lookalike, I only got a 43. I didn't get any other 44s that night when I rolled. I only got a 44 for Damon Wayans from Dungeons and Dragons. I should have rolled for Jeremy Irons. Chili Beans. Chili Beans knows the score. Chicks, man. Listen, hey, there you go. Who could ask for anything more? Ask and you shall receive. Go back and get something again. Go back and get something more. Crash and reboot. Thank you for misunderstanding and asking for the card. Hey, Spooky. Honest question, and there's no wrong answers. Honest question, there's no wrong answers. Hit or stay? Hit you or stay? Do you want another card or stay? Okay. And this might be interesting. This might be interesting. Oh yeah. Okay. Okay, it's official. You can't make this shit up. Chili Bean seconds that opinion. You can't make this shit up. You can't make this shit up. You can't make this shit up. 7 plus the number is 37, right? 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 brings us to full completion. The fairy ring completes the circle. New skills, advanced training, rapid improvements. A bunch of people all together playing a game. There you go. Spooky says 7 is their number. Wait, right? If we take 40 and 44, that's 84 plus, wait. Let's do this. What do we got? We gotta do this. If we add those numbers together, we get 121. You add 1 plus 2 plus 1, what do you get? 4. Dun, 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 dun. But people are like, if you play with the numbers to get any number you want to. Exactly. If you play with the clay long enough, you get what you want. If you work it long enough, you make change in accordance with your will. You make things the right way, right? You make things conducive to life. You make things good and hospitable and well. Right? Right? We're going to kick San Dimas High School, right? I know that's what people like to think. Is she right? Okay, there you go. Are you not entertained? That looks like the floor of my shop. That ain't art. There you go. Math, no pressure, especially when I do this. Here we go. Like for more CW quotes from somewhere in time. There you go. It is what it is, folks. Listen, ask me no secrets. I'll tell you no copyright infringement quotes. Listen, folks, that's my nut for tonight. 1 hour and 54 minutes of time travel brouhaha nonsense. Folks, just trust me. I am not totally insane. Bloomholm rules are from 2013, or so they say. But then I open it up, first edition, fourth printing from 2017. I can't use it from 2013. You can't just trust Wikipedia, but maybe you can. Listen, my rules are not your rules. What works for me might not work for you. Play the game. The point is, play the game. Play along with us. Get involved. Get involved in the comment section below. Is this nuts? Is this good times? Is this insanity in a can? Is this relevant to the TTRPG space? Is this ancillary to your concerns? Will I get back to talking about micro RPGs? Yes, micro RPG by Noah Patterson. Yes, I will. In 20 years. When it comes back in the nostalgia loop. No, I'll probably get to it before then. I love you all. And everything that goes with it. Sell me your soul for $1. And I'll sell you the promise of eternity in the form of a Cupid doll that licks your ass and calls you a stranger. Sell me your soul for the price of a lemon drop, and I will sell you a quick, easy fantasy that will ride the train to nowhere and tell you a sad excuse and a laundry list of lies in the night for a reason and a memory called Melinda and a snow pony named Nightmare Alley and an excuse to die. Sell me your soul for a penny farthing, and I will tell you that I love you and that Saint Anger was the greatest album that you've ever heard. Sell me your soul, and I will take you to heaven tonight. Good night. God bless, and I thank you in advance for your soul. Till next time.